Most older people struggle to live beyond 80, not because life suddenly becomes cruel, but because four silent forces slowly take control of the body and mind long before anyone notices them. These forces do not announce themselves. They do not arrive with pain or alarm. They arrive quietly, patiently, and over time they weaken strength, clarity, and independence. If you are listening to this today, understand this clearly. This message is not meant to frighten you. It is meant to return your power, because clarity is the first step toward freedom, and freedom is the foundation of strength. Now listen carefully. Aging is not simply about years passing. Aging is about how well your inner systems are maintained, and most people are never taught this truth. They are taught to accept decline as destiny, but destiny is shaped by awareness, and awareness is something you can cultivate at any age, even now, even here, even after 80. The first hidden reason is internal inflammation, what modern science calls inflammaging, and what ancient wisdom simply called inner imbalance. This is a quiet fire that burns inside the body without pain, without warning, and without drama. Yet it slowly weakens the heart, clouds the mind, stiffens the joints, drains energy, and shortens life. It is fed by chronic stress, poor sleep, emotional suppression, processed foods, inactivity, and unresolved tension. When you are young, the body can absorb this abuse and recover. But after 70, and especially after 80, the body's ability to cool this fire weakens. What once caused minor discomfort now accelerates decline. This is why many people feel like aging suddenly speeds up. But it is not sudden, it is accumulated. The fire has been burning quietly for years, and unless it is addressed, strength fades no matter how many pills are taken. The second hidden reason is sarcopenia, the silent loss of muscle. Understand this deeply. Muscle is not about appearance. Muscle is your independence. Muscle is your ability to stand up, to walk safely, to protect yourself from falls, to stabilize blood sugar, to support your organs, and to live without fear. After the age of 80, muscle loss accelerates rapidly if it is not challenged. Most people believe weakness is natural with age, but weakness is not natural. Weakness is adaptive. The body adapts to how it is used. If it is not asked to be strong, it learns to be fragile. This is why one fall becomes a fracture. One fracture becomes bed rest becomes more muscle loss, and suddenly life feels smaller, more confined, and more dependent. Yet here is the truth many never hear. Even in your 80s or 90s, the body can rebuild muscle if given the correct signal. Gentle resistance, daily movement, consistency over intensity. Strength is not gone. It is dormant, waiting to be called back. The third hidden reason is fragmented sleep, broken rest that silently damages the brain and body. Sleep is not rest alone. Sleep is repair. Sleep is cleansing. Sleep is when the brain removes waste that accumulates during waking hours, including toxins linked to memory loss and dementia. When sleep becomes shallow or interrupted, which often happens after 80, due to habits, light exposure, irregular schedules, stress, or late eating, the brain never fully cleans itself. Over time, this leads to foggy thinking, emotional instability, weaker immunity, higher inflammation, and faster physical decline. Poor sleep weakens muscles, worsens balance, increases anxiety, and steals joy. Yet most people accept this as normal aging, but it is not normal. It is common. And common does not mean inevitable. The body can relearn how to sleep when rhythm is restored. The fourth hidden reason is loneliness and loss of purpose. And this is the most underestimated, yet most destructive force of all. Human beings are designed for connection. When connection fades, the body interprets it as danger. Stress hormones rise, inflammation increases, motivation drops, movement decreases, appetite weakens, sleep worsens, and the downward spiral accelerates. Loneliness is not just emotional pain, it is biological stress. After 80, many people quietly feel invisible, unnecessary, or forgotten. Not because they are, but because society stopped asking them to contribute. Yet purpose is fuel. Purpose regulates hormones, purpose strengthens immunity, purpose keeps the nervous system balanced, and when purpose fades, the body follows. Now understand this clearly. These four forces do not act alone, they feed each other. Inflammation weakens muscle. Weak muscle reduces movement. Reduced movement worsens sleep. Poor sleep increases inflammation. Loneliness raises stress. Stress fuels inflammation, and the cycle tightens. This is why decline feels sudden. But the same system that accelerates decline can also reverse it. One small change in one area begins to influence all others. This is the law of interconnected systems. Now listen closely, because here is where responsibility returns to you, not burdened responsibility. You do not need to fix everything at once. That is the ego speaking. You only need to begin. Choose one entry point: movement, sleep, nourishment, or connection. Start where resistance is lowest. 2 minutes of standing from a chair each day sends a signal to the body that strength is still required. 10 minutes of morning sunlight resets the sleep cycle. Replacing one processed meal with real food reduces inflammation. One daily phone call restores emotional grounding. These are not small actions, they are signals, and the body responds to signals. Strength is not built by force, it is built by consistency. Discipline does not mean harshness. Discipline means devotion to what sustains you. Understand this truth. Aging is not about fighting time, it is about aligning with life. When movement becomes ritual, when sleep becomes sacred, when food becomes nourishment instead of distraction, and when connection becomes intentional, the body begins to cooperate again. Hear this not as advice, but as truth. You are not broken, you are not late, you are not beyond repair. The body listens even now. The mind adapts even now. Purpose can return even now. Independence is not taken away by age. It is surrendered through neglect and restored through awareness. This message is not about extending years in fear. It is about deepening life in presence. Strength after 80 is not about becoming young again. It is about becoming aligned, calm, grounded, and resilient. If you apply even one of these principles consistently, you will feel the shift. Not overnight, but steadily, quietly, powerfully. Remember this: aging is not the enemy, ignorance is. And once ignorance dissolves, choice returns, and with choice comes dignity, strength, and peace.